Sometimes life's just not fair.
Hey, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just not fair.
Not fair.
It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's just not fair. This world ain't fair. You gotta share. I try not to stare. Real people are rare. My circle, no squares. Try harder, I dare. I work for my flair, but they over there. I got some to spare. I give them some love, make it a smiling affair. It's just not fair. No, it's not. But I'm hard as a rock, and I will never stop. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair.
This world ain't so fair. Hold your tears, don't wanna hear it. I'ma hit the road, push full throttle, barely steering. Put 140 on the dash, twist the blunt, pinch a hash. Put my problems in the air, leave my sorrows in the past. Cause this life is never easy, but we learn to love the ride. So we take it in completely, live the moment, catch a vibe. Put a smile on your face, pick yourself up, keep it moving. The world ain't gonna change, better flip the way you view it.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. Not fair. It's just not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's just not fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just not fair.
Residents in Ohio are concerned for their safety after a train derailed and some of the hazardous chemicals it was carrying caught fire. It has been more than a week since a freight train derailed in the town of East Palestine, forcing residents to evacuate their homes.
I made a promise. I told my family I would make it. From living on the streets, now I'm building and creating. I'ma leave a legacy. Memories of all my changes. Lost in 808s, now I'm stuck in the vibration. Every time I grab a mic, I get a little better. Every time I'm in my mind, it kinda feels like helter-skelter. I'm taking shelter. Love the pain, a quick forgetter. Still pretty deranged, I just mask it like I'm clever. Pass it, pull back, then we crack it. Came from nothing, but now the paper's stacking. If you want it, you can get it, bring the action. I'll talk my shit, spread some hope into the masses. You talking shit like a dope head poppin' Xanax. Have a seat, cause we ain't never lacking. But now I'm asking, is this the life you want? Will you make your family proud when you're 6 feet in the ground?
We have some breaking news to tell you about here. Ohio officials are estimating that over 43,000 aquatic animals have died after the Ohio train derailment since February 3rd. By the way, if you're not familiar with this happened on February the 3rd in East Palestine, Ohio.
Honestly, I'm kinda mad that no one paid me yet. All this mumble rap music is what made me flex. The same way, same time, and the same pretense. The same song 5 times over, it made no sense. You should probably listen up, homie, save your shit. I'm about to tickle the ivories and then yo bitch. Record a song about it, drop it and forget in the mix. And it'll still be fucking better than them radio hits. What the fuck am I doing and why am I even trying? I swear if I hear that song about Billie Eilish one more time, then I'm getting violent, just stabbing my eyelids. I'm probably acting defiant, but it's only cause I'm a tyrant. I got this down to a science, like cyanide in the vial. So get me a fire hydrant, I'm burning up like Ohio, like chloride mixed with some vinyl. Got all the news in denial, like
I just really wanna air it out. Ice on me, got a fair amount. Wanna talk, then you can clear it out. The Air MC's about to air it out. Air it out, I'ma air it out. Air it out, I'ma air it out. Air it out, air it out. Everybody talk.
Everybody, it's your boy CMC.
And it's Gingerbread.
And today we got an A1 Day One in the building. This man to my right, he means something very special to us. When me and Aaron first started this little group, man, this was one of the first artists that really started to mess with us, and we messed with him. Told him, we were just talking about this. We can get into it a little bit later. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm getting over being sick. I'm a little stuffy. I'm going to have to be blowing my nose and stuff. But that's just because I got the coldest motherfucker in the game right here. We got King Vee in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, brother?
My
I appreciate
man,
you guys.
My man. What's going on?
It's an honor to be here. First off, 2 legends in the making. Well, should I say it's 3 legends?
I was about to
in the
say
making.
it's 3 legends, bro. If we gonna talk like that, it's 3.
Absolutely.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Who you is, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm King Vee. You know, if you knew me back then, and I'm Ryan Stahl or States. I've come a long way, man. I've been doing music for a long time, but I didn't take it seriously until, I don't know, probably 2019, 2020 era. Had just a really drastic change in my life. Went through a big life change that kind of, music helped me navigate through that and escape.
We're going to have to get into that later.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk about that.
I've always been connected to music, though. Like, when I was young, we would always throw beats on, YouTube beats or whatever, and we'd just start kicking ciphers, just freestyling around. And,
hell yeah.
You know, me and my boy Andrew, shout out to Oliver Twist. You know, he
some
was,
more.
Yeah, we would just sit around, and we were the ones that were really musically inclined during the time, and we had a lot of friends that genuinely earned entertainment from that. So we'd be at Kristen's house in the basement smoking and drinking. Disclaimer, we weren't old enough, but we did it.
Degenerates.
Yeah,
drinking apple juice. And
drinking apple juice.
Fermented apple juice.
Apple juice with vinegar.
Yeah.
But we would just kick raps, man, and people would come in and be like, "Oh, did we miss Drew and Ryan freestyling?" They'd be like, "Yeah," and they'd be like, "Yo, put another track on," and we'd go and do it all over again, and it would just be strolling up blunts in rotation. It was, you know, and I never really considered taking it seriously until, I guess, just having an overwhelming support from my stream on Twitch. That was just like, "Yo, man, you're
Make
cold.
this shit happen."
Yeah, like, you're cold. And I would just make goofy raps, you know, like I'd rap about their username after they subscribed, or they'd give me words, kind of like the Harry Mack spiel.
Right.
Before Harry Mack even was Harry Mack, I was doing it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm a Twitch content creator, or a former Twitch content creator. I'm kind of coming back to my roots. We're going to a lot of different platforms.
Heck yeah.
I've created a group called the Collective ENT, which is predominantly an idea where we all belong to the same philosophy of, with one making it, we all make it.
Correct.
So if one of us, where one go, we all go.
Exactly.
Similar to the MAGA movement, I guess, but but yeah, for music. So we've got all kind of creative talent, videographers, producers, lyricists, songwriters, singers, you name it. We've got it all in the fold, and we're bringing more and more in. So that way we can kind of be our own mobile entertainment industry. If someone wanted a festival, throw it on a whole thing, we can provide it all. Security, you know, all of it. So the idea is to just lean on each other and create a really nurturing culture for new and existing artists.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, man. But I'm also, you know, 35 years young.
I be forgetting that you older than me,
yeah,
bro.
man, I'm up there, bro.
You ain't that old.
Got a bunch of kids,
You
so
ain't
I'm
that
probably
old.
closer to 40, you know.
He said I'm probably closer to 40.
And I'm lovely engaged to my beautiful fiance Taylor, and we're gonna tie the knot hopefully next year. So.
Hell yeah.
Claps for that.
Yeah, man.
Hope
So-
everybody claps for that at home. If they don't, you a bitch.
So I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of slacking this week.
Yeah, you
And
was.
I forgot to send him a beat a little earlier.
Yeah, you did.
We both got tied up with life. It was my birthday. It was my girl's birthday this last week, so like I got a little busy.
This week's hit everybody hard, bro. But sick as a dog.
So I sent him a beat yesterday. He didn't really have time to write anything new, but he said he had something from 10 years ago that he's meant to record.
Hold
that
on,
just
hold
fit
on,
this
hold,
beat.
hold on, hold on. Before you go any further, hit me with a what? Hit me with a what? You said how old is this?
10 years old.
10 years old?
10.
So he been writing for over a decade because this is just what he's resurrected for this.
So this is a decade rap.
We gonna get you in the booth.
This is crazy.
We go. So what I want you to do is I want you to record a full layer, and then I want you to record like the inflection words.
Yes, yes.
And then just any filler you want to add. If you want to add some harmony, you want to add some ad libs, whatever you want to do. So we'll do
I think
3
I'm gonna
bars.
be doing the chorus. I'm not done with the chorus yet, and like I said, I'm still getting over this, so I don't want to really get in the studio and have to deal with all of that.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to fucking Lysol everything. So
Exactly.
it's,
So we gonna have to put a pin in that, and I'll be back here in the studio. But we got to hear what this motherfucker's got to say. That's all I got to say.
Hey.
all right.
I'm ready
So
to
the
hear
headphones
this.
are over there. Take this in there. And point it at all the lights and just hit on. In the corners, the little puck lights. Hold on.
Getting hot in here.
Check.
1 2 1 2.
There we go.
Let's go half on the air conditioning.
Hey.
I think I have one at the shop. I just gotta bring it here.
Oh, okay, bet. Run that.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Let me talk to you. Wait, pause real quick. You start me on the verse right away, or?
Yeah, I'll start you on the verse.
Okay.
I'll start you 2 bars back.
All right, cool.
All right.
So the demons right, I see the fright. God open my eyes, now I see the light. All they just be fiending, right? How you sleep at night, knowing the sun gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping like. Mommy wake up, it ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before it get told, before he gets old. Misses graduation for a sensation. Epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then, smoking weed just to get the laughs, and I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on a backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping. Peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Yeah, trying to make sure you. Damn.
Let's punch you in there.
Laughs, and I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on a backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping. Peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in. Paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians. Hard drugs have you fucked up. That includes them prescriptions. Doctor prescribing, advise you listen. Damn. Hold on, let me clean that last part.
Yeah, do that last up a little bit.
Politicians, hard drugs have you fucked up. That includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen. Have you fucked up? That includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
Alright.
Yeah. I could also probably run it back.
Yeah, we're gonna do a second layer. Alright, 2 bars back again.
Yep. Saw
these demons, right? I see the fright. God opened my eyes, now I see the light. All ages be fiending, right? How you sleep at night? Knowing the sun gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping like. Mommy, wake up, ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before he get told, before he gets old. Misses graduation for a sensation, epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then smoking weed just to get the laughs, and I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on a backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping, peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in, paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians. All drugs have you fucked up, that includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
Couple spots.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey man, 10 years in the making, dog. I probably haven't spit this for literally 10 years.
It's all good. There's another one. Where is it? Fucking, I'll just cut it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Alright. Hit just like the end words on your bars.
So these demons, right? I see the fright. God open my eyes, now I see the light. All ages be fiending, right? How you sleep at night? Knowing the sun gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping like. Mommy, wake up, it ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before it get told, before he gets old. Misses graduation for a sensation, epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then smoking weed just to get the laughs, and I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on the backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping, peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in, paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians. Hard drugs have you fucked up, that includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
Okay, do you want to do ad-libs or anything?
Yeah, let's run it through, see what comes to mind. It's weird because like some of my songs have them, some don't. You know, it just depends on the vibe.
Feel it.
So the demons, right? I see the fright. God open my eyes, now I see the light. All ages be fiending, right? How you sleep at night? Knowing her son gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping like. Mommy, wake up, it ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before it get told, before he gets old. Misses graduation for a sensation, epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then smoking weed just to get the laughs, and I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on the backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping,
Facts.
peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in, paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians.
Fuck them.
Hard drugs have you fucked up, that includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
Yeah, this is one of those deep songs. I don't want to flood it too much with
I
that.
feel it. All right, I think I can work with that.
Okay. You want to do one more run through, or you good with what you got?
We'll do one more. Fuck it.
All right. Can't hurt, right?
All right.
It's all these demons, right? I see the fright. God open my eyes, now I see the light. All ages be fiending, right? How you sleep at night? Knowing the sun gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping like. Mommy, wake up, it ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before it gets old. Before he gets old, misses graduation for a sensation. Epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then, smoking weed just to get the last. And I used to push the lag then. Whole world went on a backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping. Peer pressure in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in. Paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians. All drugs have you fucked up, that includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
All right, it's time for trivia.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, man, look. Oh. All right.
What up, ZDT? Speaking of ZDT,
We got a show this Saturday. The New Foundry. You
Next
better turn my
Saturday.
microphone on.
No, it's next Friday. I just don't have.
Or next Friday.
You're not playing through the headphones because you're doing trivia.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking sorry. We got a new show. Next show, Friday, 4/26. It's at the New
Is
Foundry.
it next Saturday?
Ooh, found it.
It's Saturday or is it Friday?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is it Friday or
It's
Saturday?
next weekend, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's the 26th of April. That's all I need y'all to know. And I need you to know that it's at the Foundry. And I need y'all to know that we're going to be there. Zach the Turr is going to be there. The Hollywood Heartthrobs are going to be there. Darby O'Trill is going to be there. What? That's insane. So if you get down with the Much Clown Love, bruh, then I'm going to need y'all to pop out. Or if you just like having a good time, come on, man. You already know what it is. It is Halloween, so you better come dressed up. It's a free show, but I'm still paying for the first 10 people to show up. But
Because he's got it in his budget.
I do
does
got it
have
in my
to-
budget.
have
I'll be
to
balling
do
like a
it.
billionaire. Come out, support us, man. It's going to be a great time. It's all ages show. First 10 people that do show up, you might get a pre-roll, you might not. Just saying.
You'll get a pre-roll.
You will get a pre-roll.
First time people that come up and say, we're here to support AMC, you're getting a
No, you got to say something funny to me. You got to say something like, the dick is in the butt. Like something like, you know how people, you know like how there's code words like the moose is in the wood. You got to be like the dick is in the butt. Bam. Pre-roll.
Pre-roll.
But you got to come goofy with something like that. That's how I know
Make
that
him
you
laugh.
listened.
Make him laugh.
Make them laugh. Yeah, make me laugh. Do something funny. Come on, man. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great show. Just a bunch of artists getting out, getting together, and celebrating Zach Terror. That's his thing, man. Zach the Terror, man. He's the man. Also, May 23rd, I got an album coming out. It's Chronic L's. It's going to be out on all streaming platforms. And on that same day, we're going to be doing an album release party. It's going to be over at the at the old Dunlap's Corner Bar down the street from here. So you know you guys can come and get your tickets. It's $10 to come in. I might be doing a little pre-listening party. I might not be. I don't know what's going on yet. We're going to figure it out. But we're going to get there one day at a time. So hit me up for details on that.
I'm going into this mix. You have fun. Do
Yeah,
trivia.
you go do that. Stay posted for more information. And now, if you have seen the show, then you know what's about to come. But if you haven't, then that means
God open my eyes, now I see the light. All ages be fiending,
Then you know
Are you sleeping?
that I got 10
Knowing the
questions
sun
for my man King Vee here. He gonna answer these 10 questions. Each question he gets wrong, he's got to freestyle for 30 seconds. Now,
3-minute freestyle.
I asked him earlier. I said, "What you want to do trivia on, bruh?" He goes, "What's the categories?" I don't know. And I was like, "Nah, bro, you don't understand. It's on you. You got to tell me the category so that when you fail and you fuck up inevitably, because I'll be bringing the heat with these questions, you can only blame yourself because you told me the topic." So we got video games. He's a Twitch streamer, former Twitch streamer, getting back to his roots, doing his thing. Over here buying houses off of Twitch and shit. I got some video games for you. These are some very solid video game stuff that we grew up with. You should know all of this stuff. So, question number 1, are you ready, my man?
I'm ready, bro.
Here
Let's
we
get
go. What 1997 N64 video game, widely cited as one of the greatest of all time, features James Bond up against a criminal syndicate and is named
GoldenEye.
after the 1995 film in the Bond franchise?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. See, I had to start you off easy. Here we go. Originally, okay, question number 2. We're 1 for 1 here. Originally given the Japanese title Puckman, what 1980s arcade game was inducted into the Guinness Book of World Records as the most successful coin-operated game in 2005?
We get hints. We got lifelines or phone a friend.
I guess you could. I did it last week, but that was because he had his homies in here. I'll give you 2 hints.
Okay.
It sounds like what
2 hints throughout all
trivia. 10 questions.
Whoo!
Because that's what I gave him last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like that. That's why I wanted to clarify.
So your hint is it sounds like what it's called. This like that name sounds like what it would be known. What you would know it as.
I think I know too, man. Hold on.
Strap in, baby. Here we go.
I'm drawing a fucking blank, dog. Puckman. It's fucking dog. It's Puckman. No.
You got anything?
I can't think of the name. No.
So he's gonna have to take 30 seconds.
I know it's gonna. I know as soon as
you gonna kick yourself,
like,
bro.
That's it. That's it.
What if I did?
Pac-Man.
Fucking Pac-Man. Puckman. Pac-Man.
Yeah, bro. I'm like. That wasn't what was on my mind, though.
He said that's not what was on my mind.
I was going to be wrong regardless.
He was going to be wrong regardless. All right, fair enough.
That makes sense.
Puckman.
I'll take the 30.
He said, I'll take the 30. You're going to have to take it regardless, brother. I served it on your plate. It's like you eating at your mama's house, bro. You eat what she puts on your plate.
Soul food?
Right, yeah. You already know this is going to be soulful raps that we hear from you later. All right, so we're at 1 for 2. And question number 3. In July 2023, video game company EA announced that players will be able to explore Wakanda in an upcoming open-world video game based on the adventures of what Marvel superhero?
Oh. Black Panther?
Black Panther final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Let's go.
Black Panther, there we go. I was going to say, if you had to think about that one, I was going to be like, come on, man. I'd be drinking that Wakanda water all the fucking time, man. That's my favorite shit.
I would lose about half my race right away.
Oh, that got me. That one popped me. I was going to say it, but you did. Question number 4. We're 2 for 3. Here we go. Which spooky 2001 GameCube game starring Mario's brother got a reboot for Nintendo Switch in 2019?
Luigi Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion final answer?
Yep.
He is correct.
Let's go.
Here we go. He's 3 for 4. He's got 30 seconds on the clock. Question number 5. In May 2022, the government of what European nation banned its employees from using American gaming terms such as esports, instead using their own domestic language counterparts like, I don't even know how to say that. So in 2022, what European country banned using the words esports in favor for their own language?
Their own word.
Because I'm guessing most from different countries would just call it esports.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have a translation in their own language.
Right.
They would just call it esports. Kind of like how McDonald's just translates into McDonald's.
Yeah. So they actually translated from their own word.
They have their own,
esports.
right.
A European country.
And I think if I tried to read this, it might give away. You know what I'm saying? The
How's
country.
it spelled?
How's the country spelled?
No, like the word.
Well, it's a
The
couple
translation.
words. It's kind of like a sentence.
Gotcha. So then it's probably like Germany or some shit. Then
Germany final answer.
I guess so.
It's another 30. Who do you think would ban that?
Was it like fucking
Oh.
I mean, there's so many European countries that hate us.
Oui, oui.
Oh, France.
France, yep.
You know what? That meant.
Jeux vidéo de compétition.
Yeah, that'd give it.
See, now if I said that, you would have known.
I would have known.
So that's why I was just like, I don't know how to say that, but I did. I went to French. I took French class, so.
That's funny.
Jeux vidéo de compétition. I definitely know how to speak French. But I think
makes
that's
sense.
interesting.
That
That's
makes
kind of
sense.
cool. They
Yeah,
were like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
fuck that. We ain't gonna confide. We doing this shit our own way. I fuck with that.
Amen.
Okay, so he's got a minute on the clock. That's all right. We're going on to question number 6. Regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time, what 1981 arcade game features the titular amphibian trying to cross a road without getting squashed by cars and a river without getting eaten by predators?
Frogger.
Frogger, final answer?
Yeah.
Frogger, final answer, and that is correct. All righty.
I was a Frogger maniac, bruh.
So we still only got a minute on the clock. We're 6 questions in, and you've gotten 4 out of the 6. That ain't bad, bro. You're not doing too bad, bro.
Terrible.
Okay, this
I've
one.
seen worse on the show.
I feel you. I feel you. I found these online. Be quite honest with you, but some of these aren't bad. Question number 7. Yes, 7. What is thought to be the first video game created in 1958 and becoming popular in the 1970s?
Oh my God. Tetris, right?
Tetris, final answer?
Yeah. It's a Galaga or something. Maybe.
Nope.
Duck Hunter.
Nope. You're way off.
No, I know what it is. The ping pong.
It's Pong.
Yeah.
But he's got a minute 30 on the clock.
I forgot about that
It's
damn
all right.
game, bruh.
I was about to say on
I
that
should have thought about it for
on that
another second,
Atari,
bro. All I had to do was think about it for another
about to start
second,
doing
bro.
this.
If I'd have just thought about it for like 10
10
more seconds, dog, I'd
Oh
had it.
man, that's all right.
Oh man, it
that's
was
all right,
fun. I
bro. He
remember.
said he was gonna go for a year,
Hey,
so he going
we
for
going
half
for a year, man. We gonna give you all a freestyle.
Question number 8. What Will Wright created video game series released in 2000 with sequels in 2004, 2009, and 2014 saw players watching and directing characters to mundane things like eating, sleeping, and cleaning their houses? I can repeat the question.
Yeah, repeat it one more time.
What Will Wright created video game series released in 2000 with sequels in 04, 09, and 14 saw players watching and directing characters to mundane things like eating, sleeping, and cleaning their houses? The Sims, final answer? That is correct. That is The Sims. All right, he's at a minute 30. Here we go. We got question number 9. Making his debut in the 1990s, Super Mario World, what is the name of the enemy-eating, egg-throwing green dinosaur who serves as a sidekick to Mario and Luigi in the Mario franchise?
Yoshi.
Yoshi, final answer.
Yep.
There he is. Some of these are some giveaways, man. Like I said, I got a little lazy with this one, but that's okay. He's still got a minute and 30 on the clock. We got question number 10. Here we go.
Go.
Which video game console released in 2006 pioneered the use of motion controls in its gameplay? Wii, final answer? That is correct. So we did 7 out of 10. He's got a minute 30 on the clock. I still made him freestyle. That's the only thing that's my main mission. Because even if you get 10 out of 10, I'm still gonna make you freestyle. So just know that the trivia is just bullshit.
Hey, fun
Trivia
fact.
is just to pass the time so he can mix a song.
Hey,
You still gonna freestyle, motherfucker.
Legend has it that if you get all 10 right, you got freestyle for 10 years.
Legend has it, you gotta freestyle naked.
Shit.
We are getting demonetized.
Fuck it.
All right.
Can't be anything worse, Jack, than Jack
Go
Doherty.
ahead, put your headphones on. I'll let you hear this. What we got so far?
Oh, I put it over here. I always put it away so the microphone doesn't pick up these.
Oh, I mute them anyway.
Oh, bro was giving me the answers in the chat.
Who was it? Wheels?
No, it was.
I should have waited. He said
Because
Paul.
Wheels be doing that. Wheels be doing that.
So the demons right, I see the fright. God open my eyes, now I see the light. All they just be fiending, right? How you sleep at night, knowing her son gon' try to wake mommy, she was sleeping light. Mommy wake up, it ain't sleepy time. See the needle in her arm, he gon' cry. You be surprised. surprised how many people wanna live that life. They don't think about strikes, all about highs, never about lows. This how the story unfold. Your kid gon' bury you before it get told, before he gets old. Misses graduation for a sensation. Epidemic in the making, taking over the city of Akron. How this shit happen? I remember back then, smoking weed just to get the laughs in. I used to push the lag thing. Whole world went on the backspin. Every rapper talking about trapping. Peer pressured in class, and that's how it happened. Trying to make sure you fit in. Paycheck gone just to get your fix in. God damn it, just listen. Filling the pockets of them politicians. Hard drugs have you fucked up. That includes them prescriptions. Doctor advised that you listen.
Yeah. Look at him.
Uh-huh.
Look at that, man. He had a little lab doctor over there.
What?
What? Be careful, man. He got the Krabby Patty formula over there.
I try to cook sometimes. All right, so I got some questions for you.
I think you do.
I do.
I think you do.
So we're going to get into a little bit of music. Questions about yourself so people can understand who you are as an artist and
Sure.
why you do what you do. So what inspired you to start making music, and who were your biggest influences?
So what inspired me to start doing music was just a constructive way to kind of deal with my emotions and understand the world around me. I use music as a coping tool, really. And listening to music wasn't always fulfilling enough. But because of the effect that some songs had on me when I was going through certain times, that really encouraged me and inspired me as someone that could come up with rhythmic patterns and really has these deep emotions. And you know, like I said, I don't come from a lot of money or anything like that, so I've been through a lot of struggles and I've been through things. Being biracial in the 90s, you experience racism from both sides, so it's just a good way to use it to cope and understand the world around you and explain and kind of lift the veil for others that don't understand.
For sure.
But also create that relatability, so that way if they're going through a similar struggle or problem, they can see that they're not the only one, and it might help them kind of make it through that. And who inspired me, or some of my biggest inspirations, would be honestly, like, there's a lot, but I owe a lot more to 50 Cent because he was more of an impact in my life because of the similar struggle that he went through.
Okay. What, you got shot 9 times?
Yeah, that's how he got the deep voice.
Hey, man.
Damn, bro.
It's more so just like the desire to want more and not having a lot.
He's one of the best entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and it's really just that too.
100%.
Like, I was really inspired by the fact that he did more than just music.
I mean, that's the only reason that people stay relevant. Is
Yeah.
You stop doing music and you take the music money and you put it in businesses, or you.
Yeah.
I want to touch on something really quick. Just, you mentioned being biracial in the 90s and getting it from both sides. Like, that's wild to think of, because, like, usually you're white, you get picked on by the black kids,
Yeah.
whatever. You go home and you got your white kids.
Yeah.
But then you're getting picked on by both sides.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, a side
Yeah,
to
I
go to.
don't got a side to fall
So
back.
tell me just really quick, like, what was that like?
So to give you an example of what that was like, it was, you become an introvert
For real.
because
He played RuneScape.
yeah,
That's
RuneScape
that's
was a very
Because
big
this could
coping
play
mechanism.
into a lot of
I
your
was-
music and stuff, and like who you became as a person.
Yeah, no, seriously, RuneScape actually, like, you make the joke, but it
No,
really
I get
did
it. I was the
play.
same way. I was
For sure, man.
bullied through school, and that was
A
my
lot of
outlet.
my friends were online because
For
I
sure.
felt safer.
Yep.
They didn't know my identity, things like that.
They didn't know who you looked like.
It was
you
the
were just
classic,
a person.
Throughout school is the classic. I wasn't white enough to hang out with the white kids. I wasn't black enough to hang out with the black kids, right? So I fell in the middle with the degenerates and the other
Right.
undesirables,
Misfits, yep.
right? So I was hanging out with the emo kids, or the quiet kids, or the book kids, or the nerdy kids, or the
Right.
band kids.
He always knew he'd be safe if there was a school shooting.
Right?
Because I was in the group that would do it.
Right. That you were gonna know was going. They were gonna be like, "Don't come to school, bro."
Yeah.
Fake
They're
sick.
Yo, they were
Fake
like,
sick.
see Carmel over there? You can spare him. He's good.
Yeah.
He's
He
one of
said
us.
caramel. You see caramel over there. Man.
But yeah, I mean, it was tough, and to kind of snuff out some of the misconceptions, at least in my personal experience, I experienced more racism from the black side than the white side.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly enough, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. They'd say things like, slap
too.
them, watch them turn red.
Because, like,
you know?
I see a lot of the time, like, the black community attacks, like, the light-skinned community.
They
and it's
do.
like, bro,
Yeah.
what do you mean, bro?
Which is why I got it so much from that side. Because
I
it
don't
was
get
either they would call me white boy and only, like, accept the fact that I was a lighter complexion. They would disregard the fact that my father was black. And or they would identify and acknowledge that I'm biracial, and they would just like, oh, look, he's light-skinned, you know, smack him,
He's
watch
a
him
mud.
turn red.
Yeah.
Type yeah,
That's
so
fucked up, bro.
it was interesting, but to double up and wrap up the inspiration part, 50 Cent's storytelling. He could always paint a very, very clear picture of whatever the message is he was trying to
100%.
tell you. And not only did he do that through the lyrics, but he did that visually through the music videos. And so that's something that inspired me a lot, and that's kind of the direction I'm heading with my music now. Is what I want to do is tell stories, show stories, and build an empire, essentially. So
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Can you walk us through your creative process when writing a song or producing a beat?
yeah, so I don't produce beats because I haven't gotten to that part. But when it comes to creating lyrics, like writing lyrics or collaborating on a song, it's an interesting process because it's not always the same. I call it freestyle writing. I don't know if that's a correct term or not. I just made it up. But basically what I do is if I hear a beat that really calls to me and I like it, I'll freestyle on it first. If I can come up with bars, that tells me it's a good song. I don't need to write it all and stuff's just coming off the dome.
Right.
It's a good song. So now I lock in on that. So then what I do is I sit down, I make sure that this is, okay, this is the track. But what is this track telling me? How do I feel, right? So then I come up with the topic. Once I have that theme in mind, I freestyle more over the track. And then I hear certain pieces when I play it back, and I'll write those down.
Okay.
And I craft the song that way. But then there's times where sometimes I'll just sit there, no melody, no beat in mind, and I'll just start writing.
Right.
I'll write like a poem, in which I then flip into a song later when I hear a song and I'm like, yo, that's it. Or sometimes, dude, I'm just, we jump in, we decide that that's what's gonna be, and maybe it's a collaboration where there's a hook or something already involved, where there's a direction already in place, and I just start writing through. But typically, it's the first way that I told you. I'll freestyle over the track, and then kind of sketch down what I've freestyled, and then re-record it as a...
Yeah, so in a way, like, you're kind of like, if you could imagine, like, if I got an easel here, and I'm drawing, here's the head,
Yep.
and then I draw some ears and a head. Oh, I don't like my eye, so
Yeah.
we erase that eye, and we kind of draw a better eye,
Yep.
and then I'm going to draw that eye off of that because I like that. That's kind of
Yep.
like what you're telling me. Perfect.
100%.
100%, I get where you're going.
And another interesting thing, too, probably for this podcast and just in general to my story, just now, first time I ever punched in.
Really?
Yeah.
You've
So
never
when I
done
do,
that.
So when I do this, I will re-record the whole thing if I mess up.
Right.
I treat
used to be
everything
like
as a
that.
one take, and I don't know. It's a pride thing with me. I think like I have to do it as a one take, or it don't feel right. There are some songs where it will sound like I've punched in, but that's because it was a whole nother take that someone cut that part and dragged it to you know what I mean, like they're piecing things together.
Right. One thing I will tell you is don't be afraid to punch in, bro.
No, look. I actually think it's a useful tool. But for some reason, I don't know. I've just always been really prideful about just throwing it out there,
Right.
just doing it in that one go, getting all that emotion and energy.
Cody likes to rap in double time. He likes to not punch.
So I've noticed
It
that.
overlaps bars a lot, so we have to.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I've got some projects that I'm working on. I haven't recorded them, but just drafting them, I've punched in because of that. Like I know you guys have maybe seen some of the sneaks or whatever, but like I'm starting to kind of lean into that double time a little bit more, where I like to pick up the pace. I have this certain thing about me where I like to chill it out.
I like to do it
flip
too,
it
but
into
I like to put like 4 bars in, maybe 8 bars.
I like
Right.
I like that because when I'm doing a song, that to me that's like the first line of defense in a way. So that's what's gonna sell that. So I want, even if I can do it in one take, I want to make sure that if I break it down into 4 bars here or 8 bars or whatever, I've got the most energy.
giving it
I've
the
got the
most, yeah.
I've got 100% here. Now that pisses him off because now he's got all of this shit that he's got to
42
fuck
tracks,
with, and then I
42
tell him,
tracks,
okay, now because like what I do is I'll take that and I'll say, okay, run it again, and I'll do that whole verse again, and then I'll
same
say,
way.
okay, run it again. 3 layers of just me rapping, so that my voice now sounds like this big god.
Yeah.
Or something. I'll go back and listen to my old tracks when I would just do one take, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds like shit.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to start utilizing punching in
Do it,
more
man.
just because,
I'm
for
telling
the
you.
example that you just gave.
Right.
Because truthfully, my goal was to keep the energy consistent across,
Right.
but it's hard to do that when you're
Bingo.
doing these different flow switches.
And
you're
like
doing
when I
this.
was doing it myself, and I was shout out to Thrizzy, love you Thrizzy, down in Dayton. I would do this. I had Ableton Light at my house, so I could use 10 channels. That's it, because it's the light version. So I got 10 channels. So I could punch in and do that, but I gotta pick and choose which ones I can do, and then I'm gonna mix all that down. Then I send it to Thrizzy. He mixes it, sends it back, whatever. But that's where I really learned to punch in myself, like, because I was trying to do this all in one take, and then I was like, and then stop it, and then go out and stop the thing, and then go in, and I'm like, this is too much, bro. Let's just.
And then he linked up with me,
And I was
But
gonna
really going to Thrizzy's in Dayton and meeting up with Chief and Smiley and Jive and Andy and Mark, whoever, going down there and meeting up with them and then learning from him, like Thrizzy taught me a lot, for real, and just learning from my other, peers and stuff, and then meeting you. Now I already got a little bit of a foot in the door. I know what I'm doing in a studio. Now I kind of know, so I can help both of us grow even more, because I've been to other studios. Not that he hasn't, but he's been to his own studios. I've been to mine. We know our stuff, and we bringing it together.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I think a lot of why I was against punching in is similar to your story of I was at first doing it on my own.
You just didn't know any different.
I couldn't do it. Like,
You really just didn't know any different. You were
Right. I
ignorant
had
to
to go all the way through
For real.
because once I hit record, and I got all this empty space from me traveling back to hurry up and stop
Right.
it.
Yup.
And I was already not very versed with what I was doing to begin with, so having all that extra and these weird different spots, it was, so.
I feel that.
I get it. What's a track you've made that means the most to you, and why?
Probably Head in the Clouds.
That's a great one.
And the reason I say that is because that song came together in probably less than an hour. Like, writing it, tracking it to perfection, less than an hour. And the reason is because I was going through a very peculiar time at that moment, and my oldest daughter, her mother, going down a very bad path, and like drugs and
Unfortunately.
all this stuff was starting to take place, and bad choices in men, and just terrible choices in general, right? And it was weird because during that time, while I was going through this custody battle to get custody of my daughter, I'm realizing how in favor the system is for
Women.
for her.
A lot of the time it is,
And-
man, and it's not always the case.
Yeah,
It
and
really isn't.
and it really made me start feeling all these different emotions and feel these type of way, and it started to kind of make me pay attention to the more things happen around me, and it really is just a song that kind of calls to, like, I really don't feel like I belong here.
Got my head in the cloud.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm not here because everything around me is just like so disconnected.
Like you're like your soul's floating out and you're
like-
looking at your body. Yeah, like
Yeah,
out
like
body
I
experience.
see the actions that people are making, and I'm just like, I don't belong here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for real.
And I've seen people struggle with like different addictions, whether it be drugs, porn, pop. I mean, you name it, dude.
Caffeine.
So that song, so Lexnor produced that beat, and when I heard the beat, it just kind of really brought all those thoughts to me. And so throughout that songs, you'll hear like I'm talking about the situation.
Right.
But then there's the second verse where
See, I didn't know this. Now I got to go back and listen to this motherfucking song.
so when you listen to it now, you'll be able
why
to
you
pick
ain't telling
out.
me this shit?
You'll be able because I lace it in the track.
I feel you.
I
had my head in the clouds.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
That's the purpose
That's
of the
crazy.
song.
See, man, you blow my mind.
It's really an ode to like, are you here or not? Are you
love
aware of the stuff that's going on in the world or not?
That's
you know,
great.
do you have your head in the clouds or is
That's
it
awesome.
down here on earth? So
I think for me, my song is for you is I don't know what the Keenan and Kel song.
Goofy.
Yeah, Goofy. I can
That
never
one's
remember
fun.
the name of it.
So Goofy's fun. Goofy's great. I enjoy that
It's
song.
a good song live.
It's a great song, man.
It's a.
That's
it was a
what
lot of
sold
fun.
it for me because I grew up a Keenan and Kel fan, and you said that. You said Keenan and Kel, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this motherfucker going.
And that song too is another like call out to just the facades in the music
Yup.
industry, and just the entertainment world.
Life's a green
Nothing's what it
screen.
seems. Yeah.
Ain't nobody tell.
Like half these artists, they think they're rich, they're broke, dude.
for
They're
sure.
fucking broke. They don't own none of that.
They don't own shit.
You know?
Who is it? Kodak Black. That's like I don't know none of this shit.
No,
It's like,
he
this
rents
is
all
the-
that shit,
This is
bro.
the labels. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
they give you that shit, bro.
Right.
That's why I don't want to sign to no label, bro, because that's your soul.
it is.
I would
Man.
sign. I would sign to Strange Music.
I mean,
I would
bro,
sign to Strange
my-
Music.
I don't
As
know.
long as the contract is right.
I don't know.
Why?
I'd have to sit and really talk to Tech Nine.
I'll be honest.
I'd be like, if you want to sign me, I want to sit down and talk with Tech himself
I'll be
for
honest.
however long I want.
Here's what I would do. I would talk to him and I'd be like, hey, I don't necessarily want you to represent us as a label. I want you to back us to start our own label. Because I have all these dope ass artists that I think would do amazing if they had the right backing.
Support, yeah.
And that's how I would approach Tech Nine
Now,
if I had
what
the
if he responded back with you in a rap and he was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, there, motherfucker?"
That'd be nutty. Yo, I'll be honest. I've always been against like signing a major label deal and stuff like that, but the more I've nurtured and grown into who I am and just as a person, I think I'd take the chameleonaire route, bro. I would just ride that label out, take my earnings, and just never sign again and do my own thing.
Invest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Just
take
do
that
my own thing,
and
bro.
Most people become slaves to it because
Correct, because they
don't
buy
know how to invest.
stuff.
They
Yeah.
buy things. They
That's
look
why these
flashy,
rappers are
They
a dime
buy
a dozen
themselves.
these days,
They
bro.
buy themselves into oblivion.
They
and
boost
they're-
their ego and they don't boost their portfolio.
Facts.
it just
And all of
cripples
them, they stay in the hood, bro.
Yeah.
When did that become a fucking thing? Bro, I'm looking at y'all. If y'all one of them trap rappers that does that shit, where did y'all get that from? For real. Nobody wants to stay...
Yeah.
What the...
Trapping.
Yeah. Why
Yeah, I
do
don't
you want
understand
to
that
do
either.
that, dude? Go and ask OGs that did that shit in the 90s and the 80s, bruh. Gang life was not to sell drugs, bro. It was to keep
get
yourself protected.
Because there's
And
no cop protection
To
in the
get
hood.
up out. That's why they sold drugs, so that they could get out of there and then stop selling drugs and go and drink champagne on the beach.
Instead, these people
Man.
get a big paycheck. They go and turn into ghosts from Power.
They're like, shit,
Y'all
I
got
could
your
buy
shit
5
fucked
keys
up.
right now.
And
Yeah.
it pisses me off because I'm a hip hop historian, so I saw that, and then all of a sudden, I become an adult and I'm starting to rap, and all of a sudden it's fucking no, we gotta shoot people, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this shit, dude?
Yeah.
Like, no, bro. 50 Cent will scrap with you with his hands.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, motherfucking Ice Cube, Eminem, all them, they'll buck with their fists, bro. I don't need a gun. That's
Yep.
why Suge Knight's a bitch. Because he started that shit. Suge Knight started this rap game the way that it is now. I blame it on Suge Knight.
He was a security guard turned record label.
Yeah, and he threatened people. He did so much shit. He used his affiliation to the Bloods to intimidate people and hold power over them. That's fucked up. Fuck you, Suge Knight.
Because if Cody was around during that time, he would have been the Vanilla Ice in that situation.
I probably would have been. I probably fucking would have been. Because I wouldn't have had nobody to watch my ass.
How do you balance storytelling and wordplay in your lyrics?
So that's a hard one, because it is true you have to have a moderate balance, because not everybody is going to be a wordplay listener.
100%.
Right? And not everybody's a storyline listener.
For sure.
So it's tough.
gotta
how do I
balance
do it? God, bro. Like,
you know what I've
because
done too is like I let it come natural when it comes together in one song. Or if I feel like just doing storytelling, then I'm gonna do it over here. If I feel like just a vibe, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest. Yeah, I mean, I leave it all to fate. It's just whatever the vibe is.
Right.
I don't ever overanalyze it that way, because I feel like now I'm forcing the content. So if it's a storytelling song, it's a storytelling song. If there's a space in there to play wordplay and throw entendres and all that, and not confuse the listener too much, I'll do it. But I try to be, I do attempt to be a little careful, just because Manifesto is a good example of that. I've done that song live, and I see that I lose the crowd because they're like, bro, I can't keep up.
Right.
There's too many double entendres, there's too many metaphors, there's too much wordplay.
They got to know the song before
Correct.
they go in and hear it.
But then
and respect
there's
it.
the wordplay people out there that like to see that I've seen in the crowd. They're like, yo, that track was the one that I wanted to hear from you.
For real.
I'm a wordplay guy. When I listen to music, I love hearing wordplay. But I'm also a storyteller guy. Like, I want to be told a story. And I love when people tell a story through clever wordplay.
Okay.
So sometimes I have songs like that. Like Manifesto, it does tell a story.
Right.
If you break it down, it tells a story.
Right.
So it's... I don't really have a method. It's just, I leave it to God, man. It just, you know.
I feel that. What has been the biggest challenge you faced so far in your music career?
Being my own motivator. Because for the longest time, I seek external support from people closest to me and didn't receive that. In turn, that discouraged me.
Can't tell you how many times, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, why aren't they listening? Why aren't they sharing? Why aren't they liking my stuff? Why this, why that, right? And honestly, the only answer I can come up with is they're too close. You know, everybody has the why him, not me mentality.
Yup.
And until you blow up and give them a reason to respect what you're doing, they don't care. And so
It's
I'll
like
give
they
you
jealous.
I'll give you one phrase that has helped me with this journey.
Right.
Nobody cares. Work harder.
Facts.
I say that shit all the time.
Yeah. Nobody cares, man. Work harder.
Facts.
Don't seek validation from others. Seek validation from yourself.
Facts.
I just want to be
Do it
better
because
me
of
than
you.
I was yesterday. That's
Yeah,
it.
do it for you, and the world will follow.
Facts.
So, I mean, that leads us to the next question.
Hell
How do you
yeah.
define success in the music industry?
I think that's a matter of perspective. If we're talking the perspective of the music industry, unfortunately right now you got to follow the trend.
Right.
Or break the trend. Both come with risks. You follow the trend, you taint your image. You break the trend, you might make a bad name for yourself for the rest of your life. We've seen it time and time again. When people go against the grain, they get a bad rep. You know?
For sure.
So but I think overall, it's a matter of perspective. There's people out there that have no listeners and they consider themselves successful. They got 1,000 songs.
Right.
They love it. Maybe they got 4 or 5 people that listen to it that constantly tap in and tell them that they love it. They might not make a single penny.
Right.
But they might feel successful in that adventure. Then you got people that are making millions and billions that still might feel unfulfilled.
Right.
And not that they reached success yet. So I think the measure of success on any scale, not just music, is all a personal perspective thing. It's a matter of what do you measure success.
And
you know?
never go full Kanye when you have $1 billion.
Yeah, don't do that. That's just years of brain manipulation, bro.
I don't know what happened to that
He said
guy.
it in the song La La La. He's like, wait till I have enough money. I'm gonna fucking blow up.
Yeah, I mean, he did say nobody can tell me anything. Like,
he stayed true to his words.
bro straight up came on and said, I'm a...
I don't know
He
if
said, I'm a Yahtzee. I said, whoa.
I don't know if I'm gonna understand the KKK regalia.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But then it's like, I'm an open-minded guy. So maybe you know something I don't know.
Right.
I don't fuck with the swastikas and
Me neither.
and
I'm
the
not
bed
going to start
sheets.
flying the flag.
Right.
I'm just saying I'm open-minded, so I'm willing to listen to whatever he's got to say.
Right.
Kanye, if you see this, I'm willing to have a talk, bro. But
I don't know if I am. That's the difference between us.
As long as you didn't take your psych meds, I'd want to talk to you.
Um,
I want the full real.
yeah, I want the
version.
real. Yeah,
I want
the
I don't want the
unfiltered.
lithium version.
Yeah, man, I want the unfiltered.
I want to
the
know.
iPhone.
I want to know. Yee, however you say your fucking dumb name. How many times you get fucked in the ass by Diddy? For real. Because I'm telling you, I know you did. Your little screechy ass Chicago voice.
Can you share a defining moment in your career that changed your perspective on music?
Sorry, what was the beginning part of that?
Can you share a defining moment in your career that changed your perspective on music?
Yeah. So when I first started doing music, I was under the alias States, like the United States. And
Kind of a cool name.
it was interesting. I don't even know where it came from. It's on my
You should
neck.
make a song called States.
It's on my neck. It's a tattoo that's
Is it
on
really?
my
Let me
neck.
see
Yeah.
it. Where is it? Like, can you see it? Like, is it all the way down, or is it?
Wait.
Like,
It's
is it
on
over
the
there?
side.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was my first tat, so I forget where
It was
it's
like
at
I
sometimes.
can't remember. I don't know
I'm
what
like-
side.
Is it left side?
I don't know where it's at.
Well, the only time I see it is in pictures or mirrors.
Right.
So,
So you always think it's on the other side. Right. That's funny.
Yeah. I did a lot of follow the trend when I
Okay.
first started rapping, freestyling, all that. It was a lot of violent thoughts, but also that was the time and place where I was mentally. You know, I was in a home where, you know, my dad was in and out of jail, and you know, my mom was constantly going through the Rochambeau of being upset and supporting him and then giving up on him and whatnot, and that causes a lot of anger in a young man. So I used hip hop to kind of understand my direction, and I guess I let it really influence me to live a street lifestyle initially. So when I started getting out of my introvert phase, I started really going into like selling drugs and
I can relate.
and things that really were just so uncharacteristic of me, but because I was in that world, I felt like I needed to do that, and I was rapping about all this violent stuff, and I think a big turning moment for me was, it was years after I stopped doing music, and it was around the time when I was telling people I would make money playing video games. I was manifesting before I even knew.
Yeah.
And the whole time, nah, you can't do that. That's not possible. You can't do that. Like, no one's going to pay you just to play a game. You got to test the game.
Yeah.
Right? Or make the game. But I was determined to prove that wrong.
Right.
And so I did that. And I pushed and I pushed. And there was a real defining moment after my divorce that really spelled out manifestation for me. And it was, I met a person who was really involved in that spiritualistic lifestyle and understanding the law of attraction and the golden secret, which is that. And when I realized they call it, like, in school, you had spelling words, right? Have you ever wondered, like, and maybe this doesn't make sense to everyone, but why is it spelling? Spelling. Spell.
Mm-hmm.
We're casting spells, bro. Every time we make these songs and we're doing these rituals behind a beat and a cadence and people are singing
100%.
along, we're reciting it over and over and over again. We're using frequencies, we're using vibrations.
Yeah.
All
the
of
reason
this.
I tuned a lot of our vocals to 432 hertz when I run off.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. There's methods behind the music, and it is a weapon and a tool. And that weapon can be either used for good
So like
or
mainstream
evil.
music, if you notice, mainstream music is not tuned to 432 hertz. It's tuned to 440 hertz because 440 hertz creates disruption in your mind.
Correct.
It creates static. It makes people angry,
Yeah.
and they don't know why.
Yeah.
But like the 808s are really dense in a lot of mainstream music because
Yep.
it's a low vibration. It keeps
Fuck
people in low
808s, dude. They
vibration.
suck.
Yeah. And
So if you understand a lot of ancient knowledge, you understand how to play it to your advantage.
yeah. And so with that, I knew words hold power. And I didn't want to manifest that for myself. So I completely reinvented myself. And now it's all about pushing positivity. Now, not to say I won't make a track that's a little hard hitting or grittier feeling, but if you really pull back the layers, you're receiving a positive message at the end of the day.
100%.
So a lot of it's that, man. Like, it's just words are powerful, man. Like, look at it, dude. You got the artists that talk about overdosing and drug abuse and all these things. What happens?
They do it.
Exactly.
They're fulfilling their
Or
own
they talk
prophecy,
about
dog.
someone's gonna kill them.
Right.
It happens
Look at Mac Miller.
because they created that for themselves.
Look at Juice World.
So
XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
To be fair, the reason that this whole podcast thing came to light is because I sat down and I wrote a 5-year plan, and I knew what was going to happen, and I literally like laid out exactly what steps I needed to take to get to where we're at now.
yeah,
I mean,
And-
everything, especially if you're trying to achieve something, if you don't have a direction to face, you're just going to wander around.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to know where you want to get.
you have to have a roadmap. So it's funny, and I'm only gonna talk about this on here right now. But I don't know if you guys noticed, I've been posting a bunch of random, like, numbers, money-wise.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking me. It's been drawing curiosity.
I keep putting on there like Ice Spice money. I think I put that on there yesterday because you be talking about Ice Spice.
So I've been doing that because I'm testing things, and it's working. The more cryptic you are, the more interested people become.
Right.
And so, but those numbers are serving more of a purpose than just that. It's also a vision board for myself.
Right.
Every time I post those numbers, I'm seeing those numbers, and I can go back and I see them, and they're attached to my name.
Right. Now that he told me that, I'm not interacting on any of those posts. I'm telling everybody stay the fuck away.
It's voodoo.
Hey man, we gonna air it out. I'm gonna air it out. Damn it.
He's trying to mind control you.
What's one lesson you've learned from performing live that every artist should know?
Just be you, man. Like, some people try too hard and they care about what others think. Who cares, man? Just turn it all off and
For
go.
real, bro.
Turn it all off and go, man. Like, I've seen so many good artists burn on live shows because
For real.
they're trying too hard to not be who they are, or they're not comfortable with who they are.
Right.
And you just gotta turn it off, man. Like, you have to turn it off. Also, like, know your words.
Yeah.
It's important to rehearse. And being on time is literally 90% of the battle.
This is a business.
When
It's 80% business, 20% your music. If you don't show up on time, you don't respect your craft, you don't respect the people hosting the show, they're not going to respect you as an artist. Nobody's going to continue to host shows for you to perform on when you can't treat yourself with respect enough to show up on time and act like you're there to be professional.
I mean, I've had to blacklist artists when we started hosting shows and stuff. I had artists just bail on me last minute.
Right.
To the point now where, like, if we do that again, we're charging a deposit that you get when you show up.
Right.
You get it back, right? But that's just to protect our investment, too.
Right.
But and not to like necessarily call anybody out, but to give an example, and maybe she'll see this and change her route. But like, I booked Mickey Baby for a show. Great artist, dude. Right? But like, I don't know what's going on in her life, but she's just not showing up for stuff.
Can't tell you
No
how
call,
many.
no show.
Is
No
that
call,
the one
no
that I
show.
got in an argument with on Facebook?
And as a
I don't
person,
know.
like I have nothing
You
negative.
got into
to
a lot
say.
of them.
Like nothing negative to say about her as a person, but
as an artist,
she don't show up to podcasts. She don't show up to shows. She don't show up to these things. So you lose credibility.
100%.
You lose any opportunity that you had with whatever that was. Like so now, if what we're doing blows up, she'll never be involved in that because I can't even trust you to show up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I get that.
be on time. And
I can't expect you to show up when there's 10 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
But I know you just want it to be 100 people in the crowd.
Right.
That's why you're not showing up.
Yeah, and then there's that. Like, are you? Yeah, I mean, so
Always perform like there's 1,000 people in there.
always.
And
man,
also,
give
I'm
it
going to
your
say
best.
this, bruh. More than 50% of the reason why they do sound check is not for your ass.
Yeah,
It ain't.
that's true. That is
No.
true.
Because, I mean, running this, if they don't show up on time, I'm going to fuck something up because I'm not, like, something's not set right
Yeah.
for that person's voice. Or
And then it's on your ass.
Hey, I mean, look, you said be here at 5:15. I pulled up at 4:34.
Right.
Plenty
You know
of
what I'm
time to kick it, get everything checked.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta be punctual.
I
Be
ask him
punctual
every
and-
time. I said, what time you want me here?
Yeah.
And he'll tell me the guest is getting here at this time. Okay, I'll be here. I usually am here at least an hour early
Yeah,
to make sure that we can
be-
chat, we can talk, I can do my, you know what I mean, and we can kick it, and then we can figure out what we're doing. Because if I come in here 15 minutes left until 6,
There's
it's like
4
going to hell in a
pillars.
handbasket.
There's 4 pillars, bro, as being an artist. The first pillar, be prepared. Second pillar, be on time.
Yep.
Third pillar, be yourself. And fourth pillar, give it your best.
Fact.
I
That's it, man.
I'm going to do this last question before your freestyle.
All right.
If you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. Damn. I've got a long list, but if I could, honestly, it had to be 50, man. Run it for the one time, bro.
I'd love to do a song.
Run
with
it for
50.
the one time, dog. I think
Man.
I'd have to pick 50, bro. Just because of the impact he's had in terms of me getting started.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
If it wasn't gonna be him, it'd probably be Dax because he was the one that re-sparked my passion. Because he was the first real artist I saw at that time, just being himself.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
truly. So,
So what kind of beat do you want for a freestyle beat? Give me a type beat.
He wants some introspective type shit. While he figuring this out, I'm sorry, y'all. You know who I am. You know who I be. I got this shirt on. You know what's on the screen right now. It's WrestleMania weekend, baby. So you know I'm watching this. If you watching WrestleMania at
He's
home,
distracted.
give me a fucking thumbs up, baby. You know
Alright.
we love you.
So, while I have a second, first we do this.
Listen, man. I don't know about you, but I've been drinking this W Energy, man, and it's been hitting the spot. Like I told him, I take one scoop of this, my heart rate goes up to 450 BPMs. I start running around outside naked. People start calling the cops. I gotta outrun the cops and shit. It helps me get my speed up. I gotta do all this shit, man. Go on to wenergy.gg.
W.gg.
W.gg, not energy.dg. I said W.gg. Use code AIRMC, get 10% off all of your cart. I promise you, this is something that you're going to want to be a part of.
And secondly, we got a new merch drop.
I think my car is going off.
We got a merch drop. Go ahead, hit that QR code.
There we go.
It'll take you to the website. You can order right to your house.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta leave.
You know you want that new merch. And listen, I'm going to call all y'all out because all y'all, yeah, I'm talking to you motherfucker, sitting at your home smoking your little blunt, doing all that shit. Y'all been asking us for new merch. Where's the new merch? I want a new t-shirt. I want a hat. I want a hoodie. Well, guess what? Hit the link right there. You can get that. You don't gotta come to us. You can get it and it's delivered right to your house.
Cotton
so I don't
or
wanna hear
polyester.
I don't
Right
whatever you
meow.
like. Cotton, polyester. I don't get. Maybe it'll even be a blend. I don't even give a shit. But I'm tired of hearing all these motherfuckers say, "You don't got any merch. You don't got this." Well, there's the link. Go hit the merch.
Click
go
it.
buy your shit. Show up to our shows. Do what you do. Be a real flight crew member and stop bitching.
And don't be a bitch. Buy 3 of everything.
Yeah. Alright, we gonna...
I'm just playing, man. I love all of you guys. I was just praying. It was a gimmick. It was I
Surprise
love
me,
you.
bro. Just surprise me.
Let's do this one. Turn the feed off the microphone.
Yeah. I'm gonna back him up. I'm gonna hit him with the. If you got tag me in, you let me know.
Okay.
Yo, you know you're fucking Sailor K.
Let's get it.
Oh.
King Vee on Air It Out. Let's go.
Let's get it. 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 Let's get it.
I've been focused on this potent shit I'm smoking. Everybody hating, dog. I don't give a fuck, they ain't voting. Half these motherfuckers thinking that I ain't strolling. All the shit that I've been rapping, boy, they ain't knowing. Look, it's crazy, dog. I'm like a phantom. When I pull up in the race, they be hating like damn. Crazy, man. I go ahead and step them like Danimal. Motherfuckers hating, dog. I eat them like a cannibal. Crazy like I'm Hannibal Lecter. Niggas wanna get it, but I know I'm Interspector. Wow. It's crazy how I do it, boy. I'm on that Air It Out. Everybody know I drop this freestyle, they go wild. Woo! You know I gotta turn it up, this ain't nothing. He said a minute 30, I said, quick, yo, bluffing. Gotta go ahead and put that shit in the oven. Like 3 minutes, dog, 400, and I love it. Bam. Now you know I gotta dub it. .gg. Everybody hating like see me. King Vee. Don't forget the TV. I'll be on your screen like damn, you gon' see me. All my fucking exes hate it, but it's crazy. Yeah, I made it. Motherfuckers get it, boy. Of course they say happy belated. Happy belated. Cause I've been waiting. Yeah, I've been waiting. Something like Joyner Lucas, boy. I've been waiting on this. Niggas been hating, but I ain't taking those chips. And I don't give a fuck, dog. I've been banging your bitch. Look, it's your turn. Hey, and it's your turn. Look,
Hey.
Go ahead and get the spit, and I'ma go ahead and move it. It revolving like a ceiling fan, boy, you know I'm fluent. It's crazy how I do it. These niggas hating on me cause they never vibe to music, but they can't write their music. My son better than half of these rappers. It's so crazy, dog, cause he can't see with the glasses. Man, and now I got it, boy, you know I got that vision. It is 3D, dog, don't forget the TV, King Vee.
Man, his kid's blind, bro. He can't even see with the glasses. He's better rapper than you. I don't know if I don't think his son's really blind. But he said he can't see with the glasses.
It's a fact. He can't. He's got what's called agenesis of the corpus callosum. Say that 5 times.
I don't know what you said. That sounded like something in a Hitler manifesto.
So it's a short form for it's a very rare condition. Less than 1% of the world has it.
Really?
And unfortunately, he received it because his parents were doing drugs at the time of his him being in the womb. And so when he was born, I had no role in this because this was done before me and my fiance got together.
Correct.
But she took him in, adopted him. That's her baby cousin.
Okay.
And I mean, that touched my heart, like, when I found out
Yeah.
about that. And me and her, like, we obviously been together for a long time now, and that's my son, bro. You know, he
Fuck
calls
yeah,
me
it
dad, and, you know, I'm here for that, man. And he cannot see very well. He can see about that far in front of him, about 10 inches or so.
There's nothing they can do to alleviate it?
As of right now, he's just too young, and because of that condition also causes other delays in development, he's not able to really, like, say what he's, like, he does a lot of repeating of things more than actually, like, he comprehends what you're saying, but sometimes it's just not. There's a disconnect.
Right.
So until he gets a little older, it's hard to really gauge it.
He just needs a little bit more love.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I have been saying this whole time that
He's special.
he will overcome everything they say he can't do.
He's special.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
That's why in that one track I said the doctors don't know shit.
Right.
Because they've been saying all this stuff, and so far it's all been wrong.
What's his name?
He's proven against it.
Christopher, we love you, buddy. Always. You are 100% in the top. You higher than the top 1% of the flight crew, bruh. We here. We support you. We love you. You got a great dad right here, man. We love you, brother.
Chrissy B.
Chrissy B. I heard that track you did. It was hot.
All
So,
right.
Cody, do you want to ask your questions?
Yeah, I got to ask these couple questions. So, favorite artist you ever worked with? And that could be business-wise, in the studio, performing on stage, other ventures, whatever. Favorite artist you ever worked with?
I'm probably gonna have to pick my boy Eric out in California, and that's just because we've worked a lot on stuff, and obviously 20 years of friendship and history goes a long way too. We have a very unique creative process where things just come together really fast.
Right.
Very natural, really quick.
Heck yeah.
And because of the long history between us, there's no uncomfortability at all.
For sure.
And like he can easily be like, nah man, redo that. You can do that better.
Right.
And I don't feel offended.
Yeah.
Or I can be like, yo, let me run that back a bunch.
Right.
And like we trust each other, but at the same time, like I know he has my best interest at heart. And the dude can play literally every instrument. Like he can play every instrument. His producing is great too. I don't know anything about producing, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
And he knows what he's doing, a bunch of clicking, boom, 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 right? But he can also sing. The bro's got pipes.
It's like narrator.
It's
I want to
nuts.
say.
narrator here.
Yeah, you gotta meet narrator.
Yeah, so
For sure.
so it's kind of like a biased answer, I guess, because obviously the long tenure we got.
All these answers is
But-
biased answers because we're getting them from
point.
the artist.
That's the point. We're
That's
trying
the
to
point
figure
of it.
out who you are.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you boy, what's his name? Eric? You
Yeah,
said? Shout out to Eric. We
Eric
love you,
Brett.
bro. Favorite song you ever recorded?
Oh, favorite song I ever recorded.
I know you had kind of said the one that means the most to you.
Yeah, that
is
means the
Head to
most. It's not
Clouds.
the favorite one I've ever recorded, though, I'd say. Honestly, so far it's been Picture Perfect, and that song's not out yet.
Okay.
It's been fun, dude. It's a lot of fun. It's
Hell
been
yeah.
a lot of fun.
Any release date for that yet? Or
Not yet.
just stay tuned, people?
Yeah, not yet.
Stay tuned, folks.
We got a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming, but no release date yet. However, Manifesto you can expect either the end of April or the beginning of May. I'll lock that in more this week. But
Yes, sir.
favorite song out of the ones I've got out,
Right. Let's do that.
Red Button.
Okay.
That was fun. It
Okay.
was a lot of fun, man, doing that song. Mainly because it's just like an ode to like fuck the haters, man.
Right.
You know, fuck what people think, man. Just hit the red button on the asses.
So we got Eric. We got Red Button. And this one's just a little personal. Got to get up in there. What's your favorite food, bruh?
My favorite food.
Heard you be eating Alfredo a lot.
And you be talking about eating all these different fucking crazy foods.
And hey, I got a lot of food places in my song, bro, because food's important to me.
You be eating all this foreign food, bro. I want to
do.
know.
I do.
You was talking about eating something on Christmas, bro. It was like Nigerian or something.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
I need
Damn,
some
bro.
of that.
I don't really have a favorite food.
Gun
but-
to your head, somebody's like, fuck you, King Vee.
But
What's
you
your
gotta
favorite
pick.
food? You a bitch. I fucking hate your music. I'm just kidding. Shoot me, motherfucker.
Exactly how it would go.
Yep. Let me see.
I don't know why he went from what's your favorite food to fuck you, you're a bitch, I hate your music. I don't know what all of those things have to do with one another.
That guy just really.
That guy's
passionate
just
about
mad.
food.
He's just very upset. It's Gordon Ramsay.
Let me think. Oh. Yo,
Because mine's tacos.
tacos are
It-
good.
it'll always
I like
never be
tacos because they're versatile.
Bingo. You just fucking hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You could put anything in a taco and it's going to taste different.
Yeah.
That's why I love them. You get a veggie taco, chicken taco.
I fucking
beef taco,
love
shrimp
Euros,
taco.
dude.
Ooh, Yitos, bro. He loves the Yitos.
I love Euros, man. I could
Have
eat
for
that
dinner,
shit for the
actually.
rest. Bro, I could eat that shit for the
Props
rest
for
of my
saying
life.
Yitos, man, and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gyros.
Oh yeah, you gotta be
It's
cultured.
a Yitto, bruh. That's a Yitto.
Hey, if you're gonna indulge in the culture, you gotta.
You
understand
gotta know
it.
how to say it,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Ooh.
These
Where
people
you
that be
like
like, let me
getting
get a
them at?
gyro.
Right? What is that?
You don't even earn the right to eat
You
it.
don't even eat that, bruh. You ain't never what? Where do you get them from? Where's your favorite spot?
So
Probably somewhere, obviously, where you be living at.
well, so Hanini's is nice. I like
Okay.
going to Hanini's because they give you big ass Euros.
Fuck yeah.
The fucking
Hell yeah.
massive, bro. Super Euro, bro, all day. But the best one I ever had was out in LA. I think it's Zanku Chicken. It's called Zanku's.
Yeah.
Yo, there's a crazy story behind Zanku's. I can tell you guys real quick.
All right, tell us.
So there's this chicken spot called Zanku's Chicken. It was like family owned. It's Mediterranean.
Yeah.
And the family owned it for a while. Super successful, booming business. Son wanted to open up more locations. The parents are like, nah. Dad started getting dementia, started slipping. The mom was like, trying to take care of the dad. Eventually, the dad passed, died. Son pressed again. I want to open more locations, blah, blah, blah. The mom's like, fine. But this one's mine. You can open yours, and we'll
deal
just
with
do
it.
our own thing.
Yeah.
She didn't want the extra headache of all the other
Right.
stores. So
Can
she's
understand
like,
that
you can
she's
have
an older
those.
woman.
This one's mine.
She doing her thing.
Yep. So they did that. He opened multiple of them
They're
all
huge.
across, and they did really well.
Good for him.
Amazing. But then there was a turning point.
Uh-oh.
This dude started losing his mind, and he snapped. Killed his whole family, bro.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Chris Benoit?
Bro,
Jesus.
snapped, killed the whole family. Yeah, killed. He had like a disease or something that was like eating away at his brain or something, I think.
What the fuck?
And,
fuck that place, man.
Allegedly. But
I was over here like, I love you. This is great.
But
and
check
I'm
it
gonna
out,
fuck
though.
you.
I have a question.
slaughtered them all.
I know
Yeah, they're
it's
still
Euro.
open.
right?
I know it's Euro, but do you call it Euro George? Or do you call it Euro Jorge? Or is it Gyro George?
Ain't nobody go there.
You know,
They dirty as fuck, bro.
Exactly, because that's an American gyro spot. So I'm pretty
is.
sure
Right.
you have to call that Gyro George.
You gotta call
'cause
that
that's
one
what-
Gyro George.
that's
fuck
what-
them. I'm gonna go in there, Euro George.
I don't eat there
Euro
no more,
Jorge.
bro.
Where is Euro Jorge?
I used to get them back in
Euro
the
Jorge.
day. I got them back in the day, bro, and now they nasty, bro. People talking about bugs in their
Oh, it's
food.
dirty.
I ain't doing that.
So we just call the fucking health department on them. Then.
You know
We
what
don't
I
call
be
it
getting?
anything. We call it health department.
Best Yitos that I get. There's a Greek church, Orthodox church, right up the street from my house, St. Demetrios in
Okay.
Rocky River. It's on Center Ridge Road.
They have a Greek fest.
In June, they have a Greek fest every year, and during COVID, they opened up a drive-through. Normally, you could just go in, order it, and then if you wanted to take it, you take it out. Now they got a drive-through, so we could pull up there, set your order, you drive around the thing, they fucking give it to you right out the window, you go home.
That's fire.
They've got and they literally have been prepping for this year's since last year
That's crazy.
because it is so freaking popular. My mom.
Hey, they better prep harder because I know about it now.
Right. I'll go up there. I'll get fucking 2-3 Euros, and then my mom will get like 20 grape leaves, and we'll just go and just fuck them. Oh, and I'll get like a Greek salad too, with the feta and they put this like raspberry vinaigrette in there, bro. Oh my god.
Hey, baklava.
Baklava is so
I just threw my glasses. That's how you
Bro.
know that I want to fuck food.
Yo, let me just say this too. The best Euro spot I've had here is out in Solon. I can't remember what it's called. They won an award for Cleveland's best Mediterranean, I think.
Okay. See, I love Mediterranean food. Anything Mediterranean, man.
Oh man, who are they? I can't remember the damn name. Hold on, let me look it up.
Anything
I gotta plug them.
Mediterranean,
Man.
bro.
We gotta plug them.
I love it. I love me some shawarma. You give me that shawarma, that chicken shawarma, that beef shawarma, the lamb shawarma. I don't care. Hummus, bro. Listen, I've had a lot of people tell me that hummus is for white people. No, the fuck it is not. Hummus is for everybody, okay? Hummus is made by Mediterranean people who are not white. Might I add, white people didn't make it up. They just know that it's healthy. And white people be eating the wrong hummus. They be eating Sabra hummus. Nobody wants that, bro. You got to go to like Aladdin's. This spot right up the street from me used to have like I don't think it's the same people that own it anymore, but
Yeah,
oh
these
my
guys.
gosh, they made the best fucking hummus in the world. It's so good, it's so filling, and it's so healthy for you.
You gotta check out Aladdin's.
That's what I just said, Aladdin's, bro. You want
They're
some good
called,
hummus, go to Aladdin's.
They're called Simply Greek.
Okay.
It's in Solon.
Simply Greek.
Yeah, Simply
Shout
Greek
outs.
in Solon.
Shout out Simply Greek, bro.
Hey,
Sponsor us, bro. We'll come out there. We'll do a show for you.
We'll fuck some euros up.
Dude, I mean, I'll have sex with food.
hey, look.
You can
First
film it.
place winner, places to eat in Cleveland.
Yup.
Okay.
I'm
Yup.
telling you, man, they're good. And what's cool is the aesthetic of the place too. When you go in, they got a bunch of like non-politically correct shit everywhere.
That's cool.
And if you walk up and order a gyro,
They're going to be like, get the fuck out of here.
bruh, I laughed my ass off when I was on break from work. I went over there to get a euro,
Yes.
and this white lady in front of me was like, "Yeah, I'd like to order a gyro," and he was like, "We don't have that here. What the fuck is a gyro?" She was like, "You know the lamb?" He said, "I don't know what the fuck a gyro is, ma'am."
Yeah.
And that literally, that's how he said it. Like, he will cuss you out.
That's awesome.
That's part of his personality. Like, he's
I
a,
love it.
It's like the
but I
soup
love it.
Nazi from Seinfeld.
Yeah, but
Euro
That's
Nazi.
great.
It's weird because he's the nicest man.
If y'all don't sponsor us, bruh, we pulling up.
I'm telling you, he's like the nicest, meanest motherfucker you ever met.
I love it.
Like,
I love it.
You feel insulted, then walk away with a smile.
I want to be insulted by this man.
So then he strung her on for a minute, and then he was like, "Are you talking about a euro?"
You know?
And she was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we call them euros."
Yeah. Yeah. You don't. It's
He
not.
said, "You can go down to the other gyro place and get one of those if that's what you want."
Right.
Talking about Euro gyro.
Now here's what I want to know. How much fucking tzatziki you like on that bitch?
Oh, bro, load that bitch.
You gotta load
Yeah.
that
Load- if it's not-
motherfucker.
Bro, if I'm not wearing it,
Right. If it's not on my hands.
yeah, I need to wear. Like,
Because
it needs to be in my
there
beard.
should be that much meat on it.
Facts.
That needs that much sauce.
And that's why Haninis will always hold my heart close and dear. While Simply Greek was good,
Right.
that Hanini one is just flat. Like,
Ah,
it's,
like you eating a donkey dick.
All right, let's get off of the euros. I want you to take this last moment to one, shout out your socials, and then I want you to leave with a piece of inspiration.
Yeah,
Inspire
inspirational quote,
somebody.
man.
sure.
Leave
Yeah,
us on some
yeah, yeah.
inspirational shit.
Okay, so check it out. Y'all can find me on just about any platform out there. King Vee TV. At King Vee TV. On Spotify, it's King Vee. Just look for the Ankh in the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Horus. And you found me. You know what I'm saying? King Vee TV. If you can't find it under that, it's King Vee Music. But I'm King Vee everywhere, so you can find me on literally everything. Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, the whole nine. A piece of inspiration, man. I think this is important because we're in an age where men are becoming more like women. And I think it's important for men to hear this. If you're a young man, right now is a prime time for you to stop chasing bitches.
For real.
Seriously. Build your kingdom, bro. Build your castle, set your foundation up, get yourself stable, financially stable, mentally stable, emotionally stable, so that way when you do find a woman, you don't fuck it up. And you don't fuck yourself up by giving too much to a woman that doesn't deserve it.
Right.
Because a pattern that we often find ourselves in is we pour into others more than they pour into us.
And this is going for the women too. Don't think you exclusive.
Facts. And women, y'all need to be a little bit more understanding that you need men at the end of the day.
And men need women.
And whether that be society,
Equality doesn't mean superiority on either side.
We were just talking about this in the chat earlier. We were chatting, talking about this.
At the end of the day, men and women are different for reasons.
For a reason.
And there's many, many things women are better than men at. And there's many, many things that men are better than women at.
That's how the scale balance is.
Typically not the physical world in terms of
strength,
building things, strength, and just that raw.
Correct.
Right, that's anatomy. And don't get me wrong, there's probably women out there that could knock a guy out.
Right.
But that's speaking more of the guy than the woman.
Right, exactly.
Because if
that's
that
the
guy,
minority in the
right, we're not saying that women can't do that, but majority, yes, I understand.
Because the truth is, if you've got a male that has trained for 10 years, and you have a female that trained for 10 years, height-wise, they're the same, weight-wise, they're the same, training-wise, they're the same, technique, everything the same.
The only thing
the man is
testosterone.
going to win.
The man's going to win.
Yeah. The
and
man
that's just the way that it is.
If you have X and you have Y, they come together to make a beautiful union. I help you, you help me.
Now, if it comes to putting together something out of a box that you ordered from Amazon, the women are probably going to...
They're great.
They're probably going to kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, they're great. They're great at, like, that.
Because I'm not looking at the directions.
Well, think about it this way.
I'm just going to fucking send it.
You're with your girl, right? Your girl gets sick. Do you nurture her back to health? Nah. You go to work, you say, hey, babe, you all right? Stay away from me.
Right.
Right? But when you're sick, what does she do?
She gonna make you feel better.
She tends to you, dude. She's right there in bed getting sick with you.
Right.
All in her face.
Right.
She don't care, man. Kissing all over you. I love you. And she makes you recover faster. Because that's her purpose in that situation.
Right.
So women are better caretakers, nurturers, and in a way providers when it comes to that scenario, right?
For sure.
They're better at leading children. Men are better at disciplining them and setting the ground rules and guiding them in terms of financial success and moral success and how to be a man. The problem is we've got a lot of women out here pretending to be men.
Right.
And I mean that literally. Like real men that are like a woman pretending to be a man. Like they're role playing a man. They got a dick and balls, but they're role playing being a man still because they got bitch tendencies. So moral of the story is don't have
be a
bitch tendencies, man.
There you
be
go.
about your shit, man. You say you're gonna do something, commit to it and do it. And be an example, be a king, bro. That's why I'm King Vee. I'm trying to lead the next generation of people, bro. And in order to do that, I gotta better myself, and I've been doing that myself. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't have bitch tendencies. I was married to a woman, and I was a yes man. Because it was happy wife, happy life. Fuck that.
King, yes.
Happy husband, happy fucking wife.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that whole happy wife, happy life shit. That shit's for the birds, bruh.
Some simp wrote
You
that
want to be,
45
you want to be, you want equality. You want equality, then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Or everybody's upset.
So on that note, most of the time, sometimes like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, I'm like gingerbread.
What about Mondays?
Mondays on myself.
Oh, okay.
Everybody hates Mondays, you know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
Fuck Monday.
This week, I haven't felt like him at all. I've been in my ass. I've been fucking.
In your ass.
I've been in
Jesus
my ass.
Christ.
My head's.
Well, I'm glad you crawled out today.
I got my head in my ass.
I got my head in my ass. Yeah.
But every other day when I'm not sick, I'm CMC.
I'm low-key sad. Wait, how long was that beat, by the way?
2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Y'all in debt. Y'all owe me a freestyle now.
Damn.
But you didn't go all the way from the start to the finish.
True.
So you had about a minute and a half of freestyle on it.
True.
So you have been King Vee.
I'm gonna run it back and count.
And all of this, and all of this bullshit has been aired out. We fucking love y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.
I just really wanna air it out. Ice on me, got a fair amount. Wanna talk, then you can clear it out. Yeah, AiR MC's about to air